Hello friends, followers and fellow flight simmers. Welcome yet again to another video in Microsoft Flight Simulator. While I'm trying to fill in the gaps since I have been away and trying to publish more videos for you guys, I wanted to do another one with the Dark Star, because this is the aircraft that we will be using in this week's live stream over the weekend to fly from Rio de Janeiro to Cape Town in Africa to cross the ocean. To be honest, I have not flown the Dark Star up until not last week, and I faced some issues when trying to meet the hypersonic speeds like Mach 9 and above. And during my investigation and trying to understand why it is happening, I also watched some videos, like probably many of you did, and I found some other things that were not mentioned in the other videos of Dark Star on how to get to Mach 10, 9, whatever. So I'm gonna share those, and then we'll try to take a look at how you can get to those speeds and reach those hypersonic speeds with the Dark Star. During my research on why I am not passing Mach 3.6, even if I try everything, I found out that Dark Star in fact has 4 engines instead of 2, which I was under the impression that you only need to assign 2 throttle axes to the 2 engines, but that wasn't the case. So if you are like me and using a throttle quadrant, I have the Honeycomb Bravo, you can assume that you are missing the other 2 engines and their throttle mappings, and that might be most likely the reason why you cannot get up to those speeds. So as I said, if you have a throttle quadrant, I highly recommend you to assign throttle 3 and 4 axes to the throttles that you have, whether you have enough axes for 4 different throttles or just 2 axes, because when you are above Mach 3 you need to engage the scramjets, and the scramjets work on a different throttle axis, which I didn't know up until that point, and that was the reason why I was stuck at Mach 3.6, 3.7 and never was able to pass that. But I found the solution. I assigned engine 3 and engine 4 throttle axis to the axis on my throttle quadrant, and it works now, and I can reach up to Mach 10. How we do this? Let's take a look and jump into the cockpit and start our takeoff run. We are currently at Rio de Janeiro. This is where we will be departing over the weekend during live stream, and I don't have a flight plan. We are just going to fly straight up following runway heading and see how we can get up to those Mach speeds. I'm not gonna go over the startup procedure. I'm pretty sure most of you can figure this out, and the checklist guides you enough to do that. What we will do is we are going to do the takeoff run and climb and try to get to Mach 9 or above. What is the plan or the things we need to do to get up to hypersonic speeds? First, we are going to accelerate to the throttles to the mill detent you see here, and then after aircraft starts to roll down the runway, we will go to the max or afterburners. If you don't have a button assigned to engage afterburners, that might be helpful, but if you are using the throttle quadrant, going full forward will activate the afterburners, so you don't have to assign a button. At 160 knots, we will rotate, retract the landing gear, and try to climb at 10-degree pitch until we pass Mach 0.9, and we will gradually increase the pitch to 20 degrees and maintain a 20-degree pitch until we reach about 25,000 to 30,000 feet. And from there, we'll roll the aircraft upside down pitch down for 10 degrees first and then up to 20 degrees until we pass the sound barrier, or we pass beyond the sound barrier above Mach 1, and then we'll gradually pitch up and she will accelerate to Mach 3 at that point, and we'll discuss it later when we get there. Alright, parking brake is released. I'm gonna increase the throttle to the middle detent on my quadrant. She will start rolling down the runway. I'll go full afterburners, and the speed is coming up, 160 knots already, very fast. Pitch up, positive rate, gear is coming up, and we are going to maintain a 10-degree pitch until we reach Mach 0.9. She is very stable. You don't have to do too many control inputs to control her. She maintains the heading very well, and this means you can follow a flight plan track without autopilot, which this aircraft doesn't have. But still, when you are at hypersonic speeds, you need to be a little bit careful for your course deviation, because you might deviate from your course very quickly at hypersonic speeds, and it might take too much time to get back on course. Okay, Mach 0.9 is passed. We are gonna gradually pitch the aircraft up to 20 degrees. By the way, when you are doing this, the trim wheel also works, or if you have trim controls set up to elevator, pitch, trim up and down, they also do work and helps you maintain 20 degrees a little bit easier than controlling it with your joystick. But as I said, she maintains the flat attitude just nicely. So Mach 0.92, that's okay. We are slowing down a little bit, but it's also okay. We will try to keep her around 20 degrees and keep climbing until we see 25 to 30,000 on the altimeter or altitude tape. Alright, trimming down to maintain 20 degrees. She's slowing to Mach 0.87, which is still fine. Don't worry about slowing down too much, because she will pick up the speed when we roll her upside down and pitch down to trade the altitude for speed to pass the sound barrier. 27,000, we're gonna start rolling her upside down. There she goes, and that is, I guess, enough. And now we will pitch the aircraft down to 10 degrees and then gradually keep going until we see 20 degrees down pitch on the PFD. There we go, we passed Mach 1, so we will roll her over again, and this time we are slowly, without applying too much force and getting too much G-force over here, staying around 1.2 to 1.7, we will gradually pitch to start climbing again. Don't worry here, you still have a lot of altitude to lose, so you will not crash into the ground or go into a head collision with an object. She will gradually start picking up and climbing back again. So as you see, we already started climbing, and this time we are gonna maintain a 10-degree pitch until we see Mach 3.0 on the Mach indicator up here. So that's 10 degrees. She should keep accelerating to the expected speed. And when we reach Mach 3.0, what we will do is we will activate the beacons, which they are not already activated, activate the fuel cells, and then activate the scramjets. And this should start accelerating us to hypersonic speeds when we do that. Losing the pitch a little bit, so I'm gonna trim up to get close to 10 degrees, and she should have no problems accelerating until Mach 3.0. This part takes some time, so be patient, maintain your pitch, and she will get there. If you want to speed things up, you can pitch down and stay below 10 degrees pitch, and that will help you accelerate a little bit faster. But when she passes beyond Mach 2, she starts to accelerate a little bit faster. While we are doing this, on the engine displays here, the turbines you see here are your main jet engines, and they are working at 108%, 7% right now. And these numbers over here where it says doors are the scramjet power. So this is where you see what your scramjets are doing, and this needs to get up to 100, which means the scramjets needs to be fully powered on or engaged to drive you towards the hypersonic speeds. If you are seeing lower numbers than 100% here, this will gradually increase, by the way, not instantaneously, but if you're seeing less than 100 here, that means you have a throttle problem like I had, because mine was stuck at 60, 63. As you see, we are accelerating a little bit faster now, beyond Mach 2.34, and we are about to pass Mach 3. There it is almost, and we are beyond Mach 3. So what we'll do here is, I haven't checked the positions, but we'll just, I think they were on already, but that's not concerning. We'll activate the fuel cells, we'll put the scramjets to enable, and if you have a second throttle axis assigned to the scramjets, move that throttle full forward, like what I'm doing right now is moving those throttles to full forward, and she's gonna start accelerating very rapidly towards Mach 9. As you see, the scramjets are spooling up to full power, and we see the speed accelerating. You are hearing the jet engines shutting down because we are now fully utilizing the scramjets at 100% power, and the jet engines are no longer needed. So she will accelerate, and we will maintain the pitch up until 120,000 feet, and that's where we need to start thinking about leveling off the aircraft and maintaining that altitude. Very nice, passing 90,000 feet. Dead silent outside, way above the ground, and we are passing 100,000, and as you see, the speed has gone crazy. We are almost at Mach 8 now, coming up to Mach 9, and she's gonna pass beyond Mach 9 towards Mach 10, I'm telling you. So that's 120,000 feet coming down up. We will gradually pitch her down. Be careful here not to pull too much G-force, and bring the nose down very slowly, or try to do it early, and that will take her down to a level altitude. You can use your trim wheel, but when I touch the trim, you see how she's shaking the head. That is a little bit hard to control, so find the trim setting that you are happy with, and where you are at least maintaining a little bit of climb, and gradually adjust your trim to maintain level flight, because she is not the easiest aircraft to trim. As you see, she started picking up the pitch again, so I'm gonna trim down. You'll see those bounces, or you have to apply some force to your joystick to keep her level. The climb rate here is somewhat helpful when you are doing this, so you can pitch the nose slowly down with the trim wheel and see and monitor the climb rate. That will give you an idea of what the aircraft is doing, whether it's climbing back up or pitching down. But we are beyond Mach 9 and flying at Mach 0.09. She can probably go faster if we maintain the pitch and do not climb, but that's again up to you. At this point we have a lot of altitude, so I'm not super worried about losing some, and it might be beneficial to try to get down to 120,000 feet to maintain that altitude. So as you see, we are still accelerating beyond Mach 9, Mach 11, 9.11 right now, and that's how you climb and accelerate to hypersonic speeds in the Dark Star. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. As you see, she is glowing red because of the friction forces on the airframe, it's getting too hot right now, like a space shuttle, and that's why you see this red glow around the wingtips and the nose and any surface that gets hit by the air. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. This is what I wanted to share and give you some information if you are planning to join to the weekend stream to fly together and had problems with reaching Mach hypersonic speeds beyond Mach 9. Make sure you have 4 throttle axes assigned on your controls to control the scramjets when you enable them. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please consider giving a like. That helps this video to reach to other flight simmers who are interested in the subject. And if you stumbled upon this video but not a channel subscriber, please consider subscribing and turning on the notifications to get notified for live streams and the videos when I publish them. Thanks a lot for being here with me today and watching the video, and I'll be seeing you in the next one.